All right, Bobo. It's draft week. How you feeling?
I feel pretty good.
Yeah?
Just a little nervous.
A little nervous? We got the official New Era caps. Looking good. When I do reacting to highlights with guys, it's usually their NBA highlights. And what's nice about you is we have like 10 of your high school highlights and you're just like dominating everybody. So this is going to be a fun one to look back at. So the first highlight, and you were talking about this play. Walk me through it. The the poster dunk. Now you're just bigger than everybody, right?
Well, I really should have got blocked because I kind of dunked it on my way down, and the defender like pushed me down. But I got long arms, so I kind of got lucky. I honestly thought I was gonna miss.
Really?
Yeah.
But your reach is so. What's your wingspan?
I think it's like 7, 8, something like that.
Can't you just reach over everybody? Because the reactions to this dunk are just hilarious. Do you ever feel bad for just being so damn tall?
When I was younger, when I played AU, like I was way taller, but as I grew up now.
What? So what? You were in 7th grade. You were what? 6'5"?
In 6th grade, I was 6'4".
And then at what point were you 7'2"?
I don't know, cause in 8th grade I was like 6'11", and then I think I just like grew a little bit over like high school.
What was fun about when I was going through all the high school highlights is there's one that stuck out, and there's this guy. He's talking smack. And one thing that I love is when someone's talking trash to somebody and then you shut them up right after. So do you remember this moment? I don't know what he's saying. He's saying whatever, you're saying whatever. And then right after you're just dominating.
And I ended up dunking on him too.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the end of the game.
Was there ever like a target on your back because, you know, your height, you went viral, your dad played in the NBA. Did guys try to like kind of gun for you?
Always. Pretty much every game. Someone, either as a coach or players, the whole team, somebody always has to say something.
And it didn't matter though, right? Because you still ended up dunking on everybody.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll talk back, say whatever I say. Sometimes I'll just be quiet and play.
Is that like kind of the best feeling when someone's talking smack and then you just shut them up?
Yeah, definitely. See, look, this is what I dunked on him.
And did you say anything right after?
No, I didn't. I don't want to get attacked.
Do you know who he is or no?
I have no clue who that is.
But what was cool about this whole montage though is like a lot of big men can't shoot. A lot of big men, people your height aren't fast. They can't glide down the court. But you're like the complete opposite of that. You run really fast. You can shoot. You have a whole arsenal. Like, have you always kind of had those like guard-like skills?
Well, growing up, I played like when I was in 4th grade, I would play up. Like I played with like the 8th grade team, so I was actually smaller than everyone for once. So instead of being the 5, I was kind of like the point guard, kind of. So I think that just like helped me develop as I started playing.
Was there any point though that you were like, people my height aren't supposed to do this type of stuff?
I realized about like 7th grade when I went to camp. And I went back to my own age group, and I was way taller than everybody, but I was still doing what I was doing when I was like playing up. And that's when I realized like, I don't know how I play like this.
Well, one of my other favorite plays of yours is the self lob. Do you remember this at all? It felt like an accidental self lob.
It definitely was an accident. I was actually falling, and I just threw it up. And,
but this is where it like feels unfair, right?
See, I tripped. Threw it up.
And what's always great, like these high school reactions. Have you ever seen this video before?
Yeah, I actually know that girl. I was very close. She just like one of my friends who I went to school with.
So she's going hard for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Overall, you were just dominating. You were doing between the legs dunks. Like, how are you doing a between the legs dunk at 7'2"?
I think the first time I did that was probably 8th grade. And then ever since then, I just try fast breaks.
Well, like most videos of you, like when you look at the YouTube title, everyone says cheat code Bol Bol. And I feel like this is one of the few times where it's accurate for a player.
I don't remember this.
You don't remember this play?
No, I do actually.
But like we were talking about this earlier, it's like when I play 2K, my part, I have a stretch 5 and he can't do half the stuff that you can. And that's me buying VC and trying to make my guy good as hell and he can't do any of this stuff.
I mean, it is a video game, so it's a lot harder. But
at what point are you getting kind of famous?
Sophomore year.
Mm-hmm.
That's like when, okay, like I was kind of like already like a little famous. I had my little videos, but like when I went to like modern day, that's when it like became like more wide. Like everybody knew who I was. Because when the game we played Chino Hills, and everybody saw that, and then I think that's when a lot of people started following me after that.
And what was that like when after a game the video blows up and you start gaining all those Instagram followers?
There's been a couple times where I would just go look and I'd have like 20,000 more followers, like 40,000 more followers. And it was pretty cool at first, but now I'm kind of like used to it.
Is there like certain celebrities that reach out or follow you that you're like, oh shit, I wasn't expecting that?
Just like a lot of my favorite rappers kind of like follow me, or I might know some of them in real life.
Like Quavo's one of them, right? Is there anybody else?
I'm kind of cool like with Young Thug now. So
that's
I
awesome.
guess, and that's like my favorite rapper, so I think that's like the coolest thing to me.
Has there been anything that he said to you that you're like, oh wow, like this is crazy? Like, have you got to meet him?
I honestly didn't even know he knew who I was, because I'm not sure he was into basketball, and he like broke down everything like about my game and like knew completely everything about me.
That's awesome. One thing that was also cool to see is that you and Sharif were on the same team. And Sharif has this one dunk. You remember this play, right?
Oh yeah, I passed the ball, and yeah. I always take credit for the pass.
Yeah, you have to.
That was our second game playing together. No practices. We were just running everybody at the tournament, so it was pretty fun.
And you two are still, you know, good friends to this day, right?
Yeah, forever.
So one thing that happens when Sharif is on your team is Shaq's gonna start showing up to the games courtside. And I've been very lucky to be on Inside the NBA with Shaq and kind of see him behind the scenes. And he's usually really relaxed, laid back. And this is one of the few times I've ever seen him impressed.
That was pretty cool. I think that was it was in Atlanta, so that was the first time he came to watch us play. So I don't know if he like ever seen me play before that.
But what must be cool is like Shaq and you are the same height, right?
Yeah.
So he knows that someone like you isn't supposed to be able to do these things, and you're doing them. So it's like he's amazed, and that's gotta be cool to see. Has there been any advice that he's given you from talking to him?
Just sometimes he gives me like little tips here and there, like what to do in the NBA and like what not to do.
Now we talked about earlier, like you know Quavo well. You know we both know Rel. Rel's a big talker. What is this like? What are these pickup games like?
I've only played pickup with Quavo once. This was the only time, and we were on the same team. It was pretty fun though.
How are the games even set up? Is he hitting up Sharif? Is he hitting up you?
Group message.
Okay.
Just like, I think all three of us were in the group message, and we just decided to go to the gym one day.
And then how hard are you guys going?
I think got more competitive towards the end, once everyone started getting into it. Your man's Rel, he just be fouling all day, so that's when it really got competitive.
He's always yelling too. Him fouling and yelling, and then he'll never say that it's a foul.
Never, nothing's a foul. He can run you out of bounds, tackle you, is never a foul.
Is there anybody else that you've wanted to play or meet?
I heard Chris Brown's good at basketball. I just want to see like for myself, is he good? Other than that, I don't know who else like hoops as a rapper.
Drake?
Yeah, Drake.
Who else?
I don't know if he still plays anymore.
J. Cole. J. Cole would be a cool one.
Oh, 2 Chainz.
2 Chainz.
He's pretty good. I've seen.
You seen him play?
No, I just seen him like, I think some highlights from him in high school, like dunking all over people and stuff.
Now, is there any point where you're getting like starstruck when like Quavo walks in and like you're like, oh wow, we were talking about this, but he's actually here to like play this game? Like, do you get starstruck at this point or not really?
Oh no, I'm used to it.
Oh, you're good doing that?
Yeah, I'm used to all of it.
So then, this is a lot of your high school stuff, and then you went to college. And I think what's funny is you've seen it with guys like Zion, with guys like you. People think that in college you guys are going to stop dominating. Walk me through what your college experience was like, because the reactions are the same, and you're just still bigger and stronger than everybody, it felt like.
It actually got even easier just due to the fact that, like, the coaching staff, like, Coach Allman is, like, the best coach I've ever had. And he just taught me so many things that make the game, like, so I just transitioned pretty easy, and it was still, like, the same as high school.
Yeah. You see tall guys sometimes not be able to, like, block shots for whatever reason. What's the key to being a good shot blocker?
Definitely timing, because if your timing's off, you're gonna miss or get dunked on. And definitely don't want to get dunked on.
Have you gotten dunked on?
Not contact, but like side by side, I guess.
Now
like
that one doesn't count. Contact, the only ones
no,
that
I've
count.
never been like No, contact.
Okay, so
I know when to move. There's times where I'm not gonna lie, I move that quick.
And how quickly can you make the decision? You're like, okay, I can't. There's no way I'm gonna block this shot.
One, it depends who's jumping, and just like the angle I'm at, is, like if I know like if I can block it or not.
So if LeBron's coming into the paint and he's rising up, are you getting out of the way or are you gonna contest?
It depends the angle I'm coming at, but it's LeBron, so I don't know.
I love the honesty. I love the honesty. What's the one part of the game, because we're seeing this montage, you're kind of able to do a little bit of everything. What's the one part of your game that people really sleep on?
Passing. I don't think there's any passing clips of me in here, but I can pass pretty good. Like my court vision is like pretty good.
There was one in the high school one where you went like, it was ridiculous, like the behind the back, or I don't even know what you want to call it. It was a ridiculous pass. One thing that everyone knows is your shooting has been crazy, especially for someone your size. Is that like something that you just developed, same thing in 8th grade, where you were just able to shoot?
The same thing as like when I was playing up, I would still be like smaller than everyone, so I just shoot a bunch of threes. I would never like go inside. So I just shoot threes, and that just stuck with me.
Yeah. Is there anyone you're trying to emulate?
I don't like just focus on one person's game, but like I watch Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, Giannis, just like a lot of big men and like people who can shoot and dribble, and Porzingis.
You've worked out with Katie, right?
We were playing pickup at Nike Skills Academy last summer.
Did you ask him anything he told you that was interesting?
It was kind of just like pick up, and then it was time to go. So I haven't really had a conversation with him about basketball yet.
I usually hate this question, but I guess I gotta ask. Is there a current NBA player that reminds you of you?
I hear Porzingis all the time, and I see it. I can see it.
And you also had like Westbrook and DeRozan, and I think even Blake Griffin like show up to your games. First off, that has to be pretty cool. But anything they might be telling you that's like, oh, okay, like I never thought of it that way.
I never spoke to them after the game, but they were there. That made me play harder, I won't lie.
Yeah, like Lonzo told me that when LeBron was courtside during a summer league game, he's like, okay, I'm going for it. Like, I'm trying to have the best game of my life right now. So I think that's pretty normal when guys see people they idolize. And then college, you average what, 21 points, 10 rebounds, 3 blocks, 52% from the three-point range. There's not many guys like you, right? And that has to kind of be a good feeling where you're like, no one can put up the numbers that I'm kind of putting up right now, especially at my height and size. You might remember this when your dad had those 6 threes in the first half.
Oh, yeah,
you remember this? How many times have you watched this clip?
I see this video like probably at least once a month. It's somewhere on Instagram. Somebody sent it to me like to remind me or something.
And what's cool about this clip too is like, this was at a time when not many people shot threes.
I just love Charles Barkley's reaction, how he's just like standing in the paint, just waiting.
I think no one on the court is like expecting your dad to drain all these threes. It was 6 in the, like, look how far that is.
It's pretty far.
And that's at a point where no one's shooting threes. And to make 3, I think, was it 6 in the first half?
Yeah, at halftime. I actually didn't realize how far he was shooting from.
Even Charles Barkley daps up your dad and is like, okay.
I always see it like on Instagram. Like I have like little fan pages. I'll see it on there.
Yeah. My favorite video of you, and this is the last one, is just because you got super popular, right? Everyone knows who you are. And then fans want you to sign a bowl. Has this happened again, ever, or no?
Nah, this, I think this was at the tournament before we played Wisconsin. We went to this school, I think it was an all-boys school, and that's where we practiced at. It was just like, everyone was just lined up, yelling my name, and then they asked me to sign a bowl. It was kind of funny. Yeah,
it's really funny. Your reaction is hilarious, too. How often are guys just like posted up and waiting for you guys to like shake hands, take pictures? Is this a normal thing in like high school?
Yeah, all the time. Since like 8th grade, really.
Wait, so since 8th grade, people have been like standing outside of your gyms and practice facilities just waiting to, what are they, they're just hoping you shake their hand or say hello?
Either handshake, picture, autograph, anything.
Or sign a bowl.
Yeah, this is the first time. I hope it's the last time.
No, you don't want anybody signing bowls anymore? Okay. Well, good luck this week. Hope
Thank you.
You're gonna get drafted. Shout out to New Era. But thank you so much. This was fun watching a high school player dominate everybody and then go into college and dominate everybody. Go out there, dominate, shoot threes, block shots,
Appreciate
do
it.
what you do best. Thank you so much, bro.
Thank you.